What happens when a giant from the United States decides to mobilize 320 trips and transport 16,000 heads of cattle? How does this affect the economy, the market, and even the daily life of ranchers? This story goes far beyond numbers and logistics. Let's explore the impact of this and how this operation could be a milestone in the agricultural sector. Did you know that this is one of the largest cattle movements ever carried out? Stay with us to understand the details and implications of this extraordinary action. Transporting 16,000 heads of cattle is no simple task. To begin with, it requires planning a complex logistical operation, involving everything from choosing routes to organizing the trips to ensure the animals reach their destination safely and on time. But why was this mobilization so large? The meat market in the United States demands a constant flow of products, and this operation aims to meet the demand of consumers and businesses on a gigantic scale. Moreover, cattle transportation directly impacts local producers. They rely on this type of transport to move cattle from one region to another, whether for slaughter or fattening. The trips are long, and any mistake can result in significant losses, both financially and in the well-being of the animals. The question arises, what role do technology and innovation play in this process? How can new methods and technologies further improve this logistics? This operation is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind it, there is a series of challenges that ranchers face daily. And for consumers, this transportation has a direct impact on meat prices, production costs, and the quality of the final product. So what is the true cost behind these 16,000 heads of cattle? Let's explore more deeply how this movement affects everyone involved. Now that we understand the magnitude of this operation, it's time to dive into the more complex details. Cattle transportation involves a range of considerations that go far beyond simple logistics. Each trip needs to be planned precisely, taking into account travel time, animal comfort, and weather conditions. Cattle health is a constant concern. Detours or unforeseen events during the trips can cause stress to the animals, directly affecting their health and, consequently, the quality of the meat. But it doesn't stop there. Tracking and monitoring technologies are transforming this sector. For instance, GPS systems allow real-time tracking of cattle movement, ensuring ranchers know exactly where their animals are at all times. This helps optimize routes, reduce fuel costs, and improve animal safety by minimizing the risk of loss or accidents. Additionally, biometric sensors can monitor animal health during transport, detecting potential signs of illness or discomfort. Looking ahead, cattle transportation is likely to become even more automated. The use of drones and autonomous vehicles is an increasingly closer reality. In some regions, we're already seeing tests with trucks that can operate semi-autonomously, promising to reduce operational costs and increase sector efficiency. This is a reflection of how innovation is revolutionizing the way we think about and carry out processes throughout the food production chain. This scenario of innovation and modernization may seem distant, but it's already transforming the agricultural sector. And as new technologies become accessible, cattle transportation logistics will likely become more efficient, safer, and sustainable. But are we ready for these advances? Now that we've explored the complexities of this massive cattle mobilization, it's important to reflect on the impact of this operation on the agricultural sector and the lives of those involved. The answer to the initial question, why did a giant from the United States mobilize 320 trips and transport 16,000 heads of cattle, reveals multiple factors. Cattle logistics and transportation are crucial to the food production chain, ensuring that meat reaches consumers efficiently and with quality. However, beyond practical operations, this process also reflects deeper changes in the sector, such as the adoption of new technologies and work methods that, over time, can make the industry more efficient and sustainable. The use of innovation is not only a necessity to solve logistical challenges, but also a strategy for adaptation and growth in a constantly evolving market. Now, imagine the implications of this type of operation on the daily lives of ranchers and consumers. For ranchers, every cattle movement is a matter of survival, maximizing profit, and ensuring their animals reach the final destination in good condition. For consumers, this directly impacts the price and quality of the food that reaches the table. This cattle mobilization, far from being a simple transportation matter, reveals the complex gears that keep the agricultural industry running. What can we learn from all this? That innovation is essential for the future of the sector, and that every operation, no matter how large, has a direct impact on people's lives. We are all connected, from the rancher to the final consumer. This interdependence is what sustains such a vast and complex system, and understanding its dynamics is key to valuing the importance of every step in the process. We've reached the end of our journey through this impressive operation of transporting 16,000 heads of cattle. If you made it this far, congratulations. It shows how much you care about the future of the agricultural sector and the changes happening around us. What we've seen in this video is just the beginning of a revolution in cattle transport and logistics. Innovation and technology are shaping a new future for ranchers and consumers alike, and we all have a role to play in this process. Before you go, I'd like to invite you to explore more content on our channel. Don't miss the other recommended videos on the final screen. And if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like and subscribe to the Celebrities Farm channel. Oh, and if you have any opinions or something interesting to share about the topic, leave your comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. And remember, if you made it this far, congratulations, you are a person of success. What you've learned here can make all the difference in how you view the future of the agricultural sector. Keep following our channel for more relevant and inspiring content. The learning journey never stops here.